Chase, nice job so far. Your masks look pretty good. Usually I just really zoom in and look at them. There's some that could be cleaned up here and there, but overall it looks pretty good. So just a few suggestions, mostly just visual. So when we're going to be doing backgrounds, so I always remind people too, it's really a good idea to put each word of the text on its own layer. Then you can move it around, and do something interesting with it. And then you can do more with it when it's, you can use 2 different fonts. You can use a lot of different, just a lot of ways to fill the negative space. So I was thinking that maybe if you, because these kind of seem to stick out too much, maybe if you brought them down and had them stick out this other side. To do that, you could, I'm just going to try something here with this. I'm going to move it down. And it already can come out because you have that. But it would be better if it came out up higher. But again, all you need to do is cut part of it off. So let me see, where is that? You just need to cut part of it off. With any tool, like just like the last anything, because it's pretty easy to and then you could have it kind of come out. So I'm just going to copy this and then put it on another layer up here. So then I can, oh, whoops. Oh, it must have had some white behind it. Something like that, but this piece probably could be better. You could probably find a better one online. And it's still kind of sticking out a little bit too much. Where's that one? So maybe I would just bring that one down. I drug that up so it's on the top of your little, I'd probably bring it down like that. So anyway, just some suggestions. Another thing I would suggest too is it's probably a little big. You're going to have to find a background, and it's really good if you, I'm just going to put all this in that folder. You just leave a little space for, to put the text in the background, because you're going to need to, save negative space. So, if you have something like this, then you can have the text. Well, it's kind of hard. You might, I'm just trying to think of where you could, if you put it, yeah. I was thinking you could put the text in and down in here. You could even put it on the bottom. It doesn't matter. And you can make this bigger. Another thing I thought would really help is I really think it needs some kind of label on the jar. Because at first when I looked at it, since I know what it is, I know it's peanut butter, but it's hard to tell what it is. So I did a search for, even vintage labels, because vintage ones seem to be more, just more fun. And you don't need a full-on label, and you can wrap it something flat around, around your jar. I can show you how to do that later or whatever. But again, if you just kind of look, this one's kind of fun. I don't know if this one's big enough, but again, you can just put something like that on your. God, I've never heard of any of these. Here's that other one. Planters, peanut butter. So anyway, you could look around though. You could even do like, I just did vintage because, it just usually comes up with something more interesting to look at. That's kind of cool, Sunny Jim, but that's a jar. I bet you can find a can too. I don't know. Or you can do something else. Even if you put like, you can even be more specific and say 1960. You can find a lot of stuff with Google if you just keep searching. What's that? Well, that's really funny. Well, I'm not going to go on and on about this right now, but anyway, I think that something, even that can's a little bit cleaner looking than those the cans now. Oh, I don't know. You could. No, that's not bad. Oh, I like this old Jif one. Oh, that's definitely the best one. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. If you just look around for something else, and you don't even need to use all of it. It's just to create a little bit of interest, because the negative space, is just a little bit much. Another thing you could do that would be kind of fun too is to maybe, you know, put some peanut butter in a stick and then put it down here someplace, like it fell or something like that. That could be kind of funny. And I would work with the length of these sticks. You don't have to use the whole thing. It might, you know, again, the last couple weeks are all about, you know, going back and forth. There's one. You know, and just playing around with it. Maybe you don't want them both to be up. Maybe you want, you know, one of them to be, you know, kind of down. You know, so again, just think of, you know, how you're going to rotate them. And again, you know, which one's in the front? Is it this? Where's the other one? Is that it right there? You know, you might want to use perspective still. Like if this is the front, you know, make it bigger because that's the one that's going to come closer. But again, I don't, you know, you can make it fatter too, not just big, because it's going to get too big. I'd probably cut some of it off. So I'm actually going to put it under the can, so maybe we can kind of get an idea here. And it's gonna, it'll look, and then again you could put it on the top. I don't want to cut it off or anything right now. And another thing, I would do the same thing with the corn dogs. I'd make this one bigger, or whatever one that you want to, you know, you want to come forward. Another thing with the peanut butter, I think I showed you this. You know, I mean, I do so many of these critiques, but if you work with the perspective of the, and you go to the transform, and then you go perspective, you can make this side of the can look bigger. I'm not saying to do it like this or anything, but so again, this is just this perspective transformation that you can play around with. Okay, so anyway, some really good stuff here, and looking forward to seeing it develop. Yeah, let me know if you have any more questions or want any more feedback or anything, okay?